Hello children. Today we will discuss about the exercise number 11.1 question number 6. Question is, a bird flies 1 kilometer in 1 minute. Can you express the distance covered by the bird in terms of its flying time in minutes? Use T for flying time in minutes. So, in this question, the bird is travelled 1 kilometer in 1 minute. So, in 1 minute, the bird is travelled 1 kilometer distance. Okay. So, in the case of 2 minutes, how many kilometer the bird will travel? That is 2 into 1. That is equal to 2 kilometer. Here 2 is the time taken by the bird and 1 is the distance travelled by the bird in 1 minute. That is equal to 2 kilometers. So, in 2 minutes, the bird travelled 2 kilometers. So, suppose in 3 minutes, the bird travelled in 3 into 1, that is equal to 3 kilometers, right? So, question says the bird travelling distance is T time, right? So, in the case of T time, the bird how many kilometer will travel? That is equal to T into 1, because T is the time taken by the bird and 1 is the kilometer or distance travelled by the bird in 1 minute. So that is equal to T is equal to T into 1, that is equal to T kilometer. Okay. In T time, the bird travelling distance is T kilometer. Let me show you how to write the answer. Okay. That is, time taken by the bird is equal to T minute, right? T minute. So, the speed of bird is equal to what is? That is 1 kilometer per hour. Sorry, hour alla. 1 kilometer per minute. Okay. So, we can find the distance travelled by the bird, right? So, that is distance is equal to, the equation speed into time, right? So, in this question, the time taken by the bird is T and the speed is 1 kilometer, right? So, speed is equal to 1 and the time taken by the bird is T. So, the answer will be T kilometer. Okay. So, the bird travelled by the distance in a time T. The distance is T kilometer. Okay. Coming to question number 7. Radha is drawing a dot rangoli, a beautiful pattern of lines joining dots with chalk powder. She has 9 dots in a row. How many dots will her rangoli have for R rows? How many dots are there if there are 8 rows? If there are 10 rows. So, in this question, we have to solve 3 parts, right? First is, how many dots will her rangoli have for R rows, right? We have to find the number of dots in R rows and also find the number of dots in the 8th row and number of dots in 10th rows. Okay. So we have to finish or solve 3 parts. Right. So coming to question. Radha is drawing a dot rangoli. Okay. She made a dot rangoli with chalk powder. It has rows. Right. Rows with the dots for making rangoli, right? In each row, she made 9 dots. Okay. In first row, she made 9 rows with the chalk powder, right? So, in one row, she made 9 dots. Okay. So, in first row, total number of dots is equal to 9 into 1, that is equal to total 9 dots. Okay. In the case of second row, so she finished 2 rows. Okay. So total 2 rows. She had how many dots she had made? She made in one row 9 dots, in 2 rows, that is equal to 9 into 2, that is equal to 18 dots, right? We have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, in 2 rows, she made total 18 dots. Coming to next row, R3. So, how we can solve? So, in R3, she made total R into 3, that is equal to 27 dots. Okay. How it will find? You know, in one row, she made 9 dots. So, R1 or first row, she made total 9 dots. Right. So, in case of 2 rows, okay, 2 rows, she made total 18 rows, 9 into 2. Okay. In R3, that is total 9 into 3, that is equal to 27 dots she made. So, we can find total number of dots in R rows. Okay. R rows. So, how it will solve? Okay, we can go through it. Okay. That is 9 into R. How it will write 9 into R? Because 9 is the number of dots in one row. Okay. The into R. R is the number of rows. Okay. So we can find the dots made in R rows, that is equal to 9R. Okay. This equation we can use to count the dots in any number of rows. This is the rule. R is the variable. It can be changed in case of the number of rows. Okay. So, we can find the rule. That is 9R we can use for counting dots in any number of rows. So, 2 more questions are left in the question. Right. So, how we can solve or write the answer? First step is the number of dots in one row. Okay, that is equal to 9. Okay, number of rows is equal to R. In the case of R rows, how total number of dots in R rows is equal to 9 into R, that is 9R dots. That is the rule. Okay. So, already told 2 parts is left in the question. So, we can find 8th rows dots and also find 10th rows dots. Okay. So coming to 8th row. Okay, that is we can use this rule 9R. Next part is we have to find the second part of the question, that is number of dots in the 8th row. So we can use the rule 9R. Okay, so number of dots in 8th row, that is equal to 9R. Here R is 8. Okay, R is the number of rows, right? So we have to find the 8th rows dots. So we can apply R is equal to 8. Okay, R is equal to 8. So R in 9 into 8, that is equal to 72 dots for making 8th row. Okay, so coming to third part, that is we have to find the 10th rows dots. Okay, so number of dots in 10th row, here R is equal to 10, that is equal to 9 into 10, that is 90 dots. So total number of dots in the 10th row is 90. Okay, so we finished the 6th and 7th question.